Hey you guys, what is going on? It's your girl Cobbs, and for once I think we have a pretty fun and exciting video planned. Okay, in fairness, there's still a lot we need to fix about ASA, but for the first time in at least a couple videos, I think I have some good news for you. So, the bad news is, among other things, there's no community crunch Friday, right? Kind of a bummer, but we did have a couple updates drop that I think forebode well for the future of this game. So let's start with the before. I do want to preface this with I think I understand what is going on, but I'm sure there are details I'm missing. I'm trying to keep this as short and sweet and simple as I can get it, but like I said, I'm sure there are things that I'm missing, so I will be linking other videos that take a much deeper dive on this so you guys can get the full context that you would like. So again, before these updates came about, when you booted up ASA and downloaded a copy of the game, you were allowed one free dedicated server to run on your device. But you got one free dedicated server for you and your homies, and then if you did not meet some, not gonna lie, pretty outrageous requirements, any other server you ran was going to be ran through Nitrado. So essentially you could rent the servers, but Nitrado would have ultimate control over the servers themselves. It would be ran through Nitrado versus through your own machine. I'm repeating these words because I've read them 1,000 times. That being said, I still don't really know what a lot of that means, but it sounds like it would be an unofficial server run through Nitrado that you could rent access to. Again, if I'm wrong, please let me know. Most of this stuff I've been able to keep up with pretty easily. That being said, this licensing stuff is a bit tricky. And to be fair, I think it was intentionally tricky. I think even at some point in Neddy's video, he mentions that, wow, none of this makes a lot of sense. And like I said, I think that was very intentional so that us ARC people would be like, oh, free server, this is great. Oh my gosh, thank you, Nitrado. Instead, thank God Neddy looked between the fine lines and was like, whoa, 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 this is kind of crazy. So anyways, beforehand, unless you had 10,000 people in your community or a bunch of impressions on your content, you could only have one server that you ran through your hardware. And that includes clusters as well, meaning one server, one map, and anything after that, it's got to be a Nitrado ran server. That being said, Steam DRM has officially been disabled for the ARC Survival Ascended dedicated server, and Anonymous Depot has been made available. Now, you may be asking yourself, what does any of that mean? And it's so funny that you're asking yourself that, because that's also what I asked myself. Steam DRM is a tool that is used to limit copying and selling of copyrighted works and software. I believe the way it was used in this situation was to keep people from using more than one dedicated server through their hardware, unless they had the fancy requirements met. That being said, that was now disabled for ASA dedicated servers, which means that you can now host more than one server through your hardware, meaning you can now have clusters. Truly, in hindsight, unofficial servers are kind of the backbone of this community, so I have no idea why right out the gate Nitrado was limiting that. I know the easy answer is profit, but it's surprising that a company would be that stupid about it. Anonymous Depot being available essentially means that you can now download it without being logged in, which is just another way of supporting the fact that you can run as many servers as you would like now. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a little bit of digging to understand exactly what this verbiage meant, so I will be posting the pictures and citing the sources of where I got this. And if you see that I cited a Reddit thread, just mind your business. But on the bright side, this does look like a huge win for the ASA community. And to be quite frank, I do not think we would have gotten anywhere near where we are today without NeddytheNoodle and his immediate feedback to Nitrado and Snail Games about how outrageous some of these stipulations were. Another thing to note that I think is pretty important, that they reduced server RAM usage by approximately 6 gigabytes. I'm hoping that this somehow affects the pricing of the Nitrado servers, since their big reasoning for the pricing being where it was because of the RAM usage. That being said, do not keep your hopes up, but maybe it will mean that things will run a little easier. Among those two astronomically amazing ARC wins for the community, thankfully they fixed a bug where you could poop infinitely, because God forbid we do that. They fixed a few bugs though, and also improved server performance by optimizing a variety of different things that were slowing it down. They also fixed PSO preaching, which I'll save you the clicks, I looked it up. I did not find anything immediately in the Google search. But regardless, it looks like it fixes graphical hitches when running the game for a second time, which we love that. Now that Nitrado has started to ease up, I think the biggest issues we have to face now are just server performance for official and unofficial. I'm not as plugged in on official servers as I am on unofficial. That being said, from what I've heard from my friends, it is still an absolute dumpster fire when it comes to official PvP and official PvE. But thankfully, they changed the admin password from pass1 on the official PvP servers, so hopefully no PvPers are getting into admin mode yet. Other than that, it looks like the devs are continuing to fix bugs and exploits when they find them, and are continuing to work hard to make the game better. Although ASA's launch was pretty rocky, I'm hoping that now that some of the bigger issues are settled, we can start working on the performance and optimization and making this game the best it can be for the community. It's been a roller coaster the last 3 days. We deserve an optimized game. That being said, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Honestly, I love doing this style of content. I love researching what Snail Games is getting up to and what Nitrado is doing to poop the bed. But it's also a great way to reconnect with the community and really just check in and see how everyone's feeling. Hopefully after today we're feeling a little more hopeful and can start looking forward to all of our wacky and crazy adventures on Ark Survival Ascended. I'm going to continue to cover all of the updates and changes with ASA, but if there is anything in particular you would like to see or hear more about, please feel free to let me know. And while you're at it, go ahead and hop in Discord and come hang out with us over there. We play a lot of Ark on Twitch. I hear it's pretty fun. I might be a little biased, but I think it's pretty fun, so. And if you've made it this far in the video, please like, subscribe, and comment and tell me how you feel. Again, just lie to me. Tell me I'm super cool. I kind of need it. All kidding aside, much love everyone. I will see you in the next video. Peace!